I tell you, yes, 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 yes. Come on, people, let's go. Football is back. Soccer is back. I'm telling you, people. You're welcome to the show, the Dawn in the building. Oh my goodness. Shout out to all our followers, all our fans. Big up, people. Happy Thanksgiving here in the United States. Come on, let's go. We call it Friday Sport Preview Show. The game is back. I'm excited. I'm ready. ISCV crew, they are ready. Let's do this, people. Massive, massive. All right. I'm telling you, you're welcome to the show, ISTV. This is ISTV. You don't need the building. So excited to be here. The game week 13. We want to preview it. The game absolutely coming this weekend. Yes, that's why I'm wearing my jersey. My club jersey, Manchester United. Yeah, we'll talk about it tonight. I have the pleasure to welcome this great man all the way from United Kingdom. I'm talking about this man. He's an Arsenal fan to the core. He loves Arsenal. Let me ask him. Let me bring him on. He will tell you he loves Arsenal. Okay, you're in the building.
The Don, big ups, big ups. It's a pleasure to be on ICE TV as always. It's been a nice international break, very eventful. But, you know, the best league in the world is back. Club football is back as well, generally. And we're ready for back-to-back football till the end of the year.
End of the year.
4 month international break, so love it. Looking forward.
All right. All right, it's welcoming. It's ready. That's okay for you. I'm going to call on Bishop all the way from Canada as well. It's also ready. It's a Manchester United fan. I'm telling you, Bishop, you are live. I know you love Manchester United. You are welcome to the show. Bishop, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, the Don. Good to have good football back, not those ones that were playing. And Man U is going to a tough place. After having the appointed dethroned, we're going to a very tough ground. I don't know how it's going to be, but we're here to discuss it. Good to have me on the show today. And the guys, lovely weekend ahead. And happy Thanksgiving yesterday. You guys are in US. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. All right, thank you so much. All right, so much welcoming. That's Bishop. And also a big shout out to Mac, all the way from Canada as well, too. It's already online watching us live and direct. Big up, Mac. And I want to use also this video to welcome this great man, Shayomi Diora. You're live. What's going on, bro? How you doing? How you feeling? Football is back.
Well, football never left, Don. We had Super Eagles to entertain us with their draws. Anyways, it's great to be back. Good evening to Bishop and Ope and all our listeners and watchers and viewers. Rather, it's great to be back.
Yeah.
We have a series of interesting games this weekend, and let's get into previewing all of that today show.
All right, let's get into previewing all the matches, and I want to use this medium to welcome this man as well. Robbie is here, right? Live. I'm going to ask Robbie, where you calling from, or where you talk. I mean, where you from?
Good evening to you, Don. Good evening to the guys in the house. Well, I am actually in the beautiful city of Ibadan, just at the same city where you have Shaya as well. You know, it's big men that stay in Ibadan. Big men. In fact, we are the ones ruling Nigeria. We are the ones enjoying Nigeria. So it's good to be on the show once again. Good to have club football back. Chelsea against Newcastle tomorrow. Liverpool against Manchester City. What a way to start the weekend. And I'm looking forward to the debate as well as the drama, because there's no way this weekend will end and there will not be drama.
Yeah, there's going to be drama this weekend. You can hear it. All right, let's get started. I'm going to call on this man last standing. Irate is joining us all the way from New Jersey. Irate, the man himself. You know what? Let me tell you something, Irate. That background is
I know it's intimidating. See that I need to update it with the latest actually, because this squad we don't play, we don't joke at all.
Yay!
So, but yeah, it's good to be here. Good evening to everyone in the house. Good evening to all of our listeners and to you, the Don. It's been a cruel last couple of weeks with international football, especially for those of us that support teams that or are from national teams that they can barely win a game. So it's good to have club football back. I'm looking forward to the weekend and to the Manchester versus Merseyside games. So yeah, let's go into it.
Let's go into it. I think Kule is also joining us. Kubia Prince also joining us at the same time. Both of you are live. What's going on, bros? Bros, Kule, you are live. Kubia Prince, you are live. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening, Don. To everyone in the studio. It's nice to be on the show once again, and where we're going to be talking about the weekend. I can't wait for tomorrow's game between City and Liverpool, and Manchester United also trying to get another important 3 points on Sunday. It's very, very important. But I know we'll dissect everything, so I can't wait to get down into it.
All right, let's get straight into it. Nubia Praise, your life. What's going on, bro? You ready?
Good evening, the Don. It's nice to be here, and of course, we've been starved of good football, and we can't wait for the Premier League to return tomorrow. It's going to be firecracker. Liverpool against Manchester City, Arsenal against Brentford. Arsenal still feel undone by what happened when they played Brentford at the Emirates last season. Let's not forget that when they 1-1, I think. So they still feel undone, and they'll be eager to get back to win. And of course, Premier Champions, Manchester United of exit from Europe. If they fail to Galatasaray, if they lose to Galatasaray, let me say that they are out of your
Amo. We know.
Now you want.
Don't mind that. Biraga FC. Let's go straight to the business. Don't mind Nubia Prince or Lotte. Now let's go. Quick debates for today. Let's open the view. I'm telling you, it's a quick debate for today, Friday. The Champions League, that's what we are focusing. We are comparing two teams, two managers handling this great couple of players, the past, present, whatever the case may be. On my left side is Czech. Let me preview it so well. And I think Prof is out right now. He's reloading. It's not easy to be caught somehow. I'll be behind it.
Yeah, he needs to reload, so I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah. All right. Which team is going to win? I'm showing it on the screen right now. I have on my left side the great manager. I say him is a fantastic manager for me, the best manager so far in my lifetime. I'm talking about the club side, Ancelotti. Handling these players, let's talk about the 11. Ronaldo starting, Ribery, Salah, Modric, Gerrard, Xavi. And the back four, I'm telling you, Marcelo, Terry, Puyol, and Lam. And then the goalkeeper of that side is Peter Cech. And on the right side, one of the great managers of all time, I'm talking about Pep as well too, standing Gidigba on that side. But he's managing this crop of players, and starting from the striking road, I'm talking about Benzema, great player, Hazard on the left, and on the right, Messi, Iniesta, Kroos, and Sergio Busquets. And for the back four, we have Ashiko, Vidic, Ramos, Alves. And the goalkeeper of that side, I'm telling you, is Buffon. I'm going to start off with you, Irate. Which team do you think is going to win? Which team is your own team? Talk to me, Irate. You're live.
Yeah, I mean, this... Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
I said the two teams are full of legends, so it's really tough to make a pick, honestly, between both teams. But I think I'm tempted towards Ancelotti's team, because if look at the back line, we have Terry and Puyol, and these guys are, we know their leadership qualities. We know how they give every effort, every last drop of their blood on the field to secure that defense. And they have a wonderful goalkeeper behind them in Peter Cech. Philip Lam, I mean, that backline is full of leadership. Marcelo, it's a great great combination for a defense. I think the midfield is a little bit light on defensiveness between Savi
And Gerard.
and Gerard and Modric. But yeah, I mean, it's also full of experience and assists there as well. And, they'll be creating chances. But I think up front is, for me, Ronaldo and Salah is bundles of goals between those two guys. And we all know what Ribery does best: dribbling, taking on players, and providing assists. So I would think the other team has Messi, of course, which has the X factor. But I think that backline should be able to cope. On the other side, Ramos and Vidic, those guys are very good, but they can be very rash as well. So I can't trust them so much, especially that pairing. But yeah, they also have a wonderful midfield in Cruz and Sergio Busquets. But I think for me, I'll just go for Ancelotti's team because for me, goals and they will tighten up at the back, definitely.
All right, that's for Irate there. Is choosing Ancelotti team. Let me quickly ask Bishop. You can see the screen, the two teams. Which one are you going for? Bishop, talk to me. You are live.
Okay, so everybody is going to have a different opinion here. So because yours will not be the best and mine will not be the best, but based on what we've watched in recent times, that's Messi's team. So when you say Hazard, maybe these new people will be looking at the Hazard of now, not the Hazard that we know then in Chelsea. So look at Benzema. You might say, okay, Ronaldo tops him there. But on the right side, Messi tops Salah. Hazard tops Ribery for me. Iniesta tops Modric for me. Sergio tops Xavi for defense. So when you go to the defense, I watch Ashley Cole, the best of Ashley Cole. Like, that guy was a maniac. But Marcelo too. Marcelo tops him for me. But me, I'll go with the red team. I'll go with the red team because, of course, Ronaldo is there.
Yeah.
Of course, Ronaldo is there. I'll go with the red team.
Yes, that's Bishop for you. He said he's going to go for the red team. I'm going to ask Kule quickly. Talk to me. Which team are you going to go for?
For me, I think it's pretty straightforward for me, and I will be going for Ancelotti's team. And it's not necessarily because of the players per se, but I'm looking at it because I think, the managers that you have there plays a factor in how those people come out. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from Pep's team, but if we want to look at this thing realistically, I think Ancelotti has been able to play with a wide crop of players, different teams over the years. And he even has more Champions Leagues than Pep Guardiola, with different teams at that again. So, it goes to tell you that Ancelotti is the master. And the beautiful thing about it is, Ancelotti can win the Champions League when his team is not even the favorite. You understand? Like we saw against them when Real Madrid won it, was it 2 seasons or 3 seasons ago? So if anybody can make something happen, from out of nothing, you understand? Yes, looking at it, it seems the blue team seems to be kind of more loaded in terms of the quality of the players, not taking away. But that Ancelotti factor, I'm sorry, because you've put picture of those managers, I will have to go with Ancelotti's team. He will be able to pull it off.
Oh my goodness, Ancelotti is winning this. Is winning this again. Let me ask this guy, Shayomi Diora. Do you have different opinion on these two teams? Which one will you go for? Talk to me, Shaye. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you, Don. I'll go for Pep's team, obviously, because actually just for one reason, really, because I feel Pep's team, the blue team, they're going to kill the red team with their control of possession and their ball retention. And if you can obviously starve the opponents of the ball, and try to limit what they can do, if your pressing is, or rather your counter pressing is on point, you're likely to retain and pin them back. Although, to be honest, the likes of Ribery, Salah, and Cristiano, they have the potential and ability to hurt you in transition. But I feel Pep's teams at their best, they were able to limit your efficiency in transition. So I'll go for Pep's team to win this one.
All right. For the first time, we are seeing someone. I'm talking about Sheyes going for Pep Guardiola team. And shout out to Mike. Mark is saying shout out to you, Sheye, on this one for choosing Ancelotti. Mark, thanks so much. Right there, and pleasure to have. I think Prof is also joining us. Prof, you are live. It's going to be a big game this weekend, and yeah, you are welcome to the show. Prof, talk to me about this. Which team are you going to go for? Is it Ancelotti team or Pep Guardiola team? Talk to me.
Yeah, I am going to go for. I'm just looking at it now for Pep's team. I mean, because first off, because of Pep is a huge factor in my choice. I haven't even seen the players completely, but once I saw Pep, it makes it easier. And then the players on display, the likes of Alves, for me is the best fullback in world football. Ramos, for me, also the best defender ever. And with Vidic and Ashley Cole, one of the best left backs in Premier League. This is a very, very balanced team. Iniesta, Cruz, and Sergio, they're going to control the midfield. Hazard, I mean, you all know my thoughts about Hazard, very dangerous winger. And then we have Messi, the greatest of all time. And Messi, I think, is a no-brainer for me. That team is certainly the team to beat.
Oh my goodness, that's Prof for you. And that's Prof. He says he's going to go for Ancelotti. Sorry, Pep Guardiola team. All right, Kunle. Okay, I already called Kunle. Nubian Prince, talk to me on this one. Quick one. Nubian Prince, can you hear me? Which team will you go for? Yeah, which team? Look at this.
Yeah, I would definitely go for a Pep team. So what Hazard is doing. I've never rated for me the weaker that doesn't score goals enough. But the Messi factor definitely, and like Sheye rightly said, that team will be, so much of control. You have Cruz, you have Busquets, so much of control, and there is Messi that you don't even know is an amorphous kind of player. 1 minute is in the defense, 1 minute is in the midfield, next minute is weaving his magic in the final third. So, and of course, he's got goals in him. Then that defense line where you have a Vidic, Sergio Ramos, those are centre backs that will contribute fair share of goals. We know how many goals Ramos scored, and I'm talking about tight winning goals. And of course, Vidic is a rock defensively. I mean, both of them can play sweeper, can play six, and of course, Ashley Cole. And of course, in defense line, I mean, the last line of defense, which is of course the goalkeeper, you have Gianluigi Buffon, who for me is head and shoulders above Peter Cech. This is someone that if it comes to penalty shootout, you can trust Buffon to make some blind saves. You can't actually say that of Peter Cech, who all through his career, maybe saved, I think, 2 penalties all through his Chelsea career. So for me, I think Pep's team wins it. The only factor that Ancelotti has over Pep's team is, of course, Ancelotti is a Syria Champions League winner. So yes, he's won it, I think, 4 or 5 times. So he has that edge over Pep that has won it just 3 times. But definitely, sentiments, I'll go for Pep.
All right, that's that from Nubia Prince saying he's going to go for Pep. And the last man standing, Robbie, talk to me on this one. Which team will you absolutely go for? Over to you.
I will go for Pep right away. And of course, the reason is because I checked the defense. And looking at the kind of names you have in defense, Ashley Cole, Sergio Ramos, and of course, you have the likes of Dani Alves. This is one man who can more or less single-handedly attack that right flank on his own. And you have one man called Nemanja Vidic. This is a player that he puts his head where no other player wants to put it. So the solidity of this defense is something that excites on its own. For the midfield, you have Xavi, you have Iniesta, you have Cruz, and you have Sergio Busquets. Busquets will give you more or less that defensive cover. For Cruz, he can locate you anywhere you are on the planet. And of course, for Iniesta, trust that that trickery as well as improvisation in attack, he will definitely bring it. And of course, with Karim Benzema, this is one man who definitely he needs half a sniff of goal and he will deliver for you. So on that note, I say I will go with Pep's team. Like Nubian Prince rightly said, for Ancelotti, he has more Champions League than Pep. But I think with this team, Pep can more or less catch up and even overtake him with this team. So I'm sticking with Team Pep on this one.
All right. That's that. I love that people picking up Pep also. These are great people, great players, great managers, and it is what it is. Let's go straight again. Let's move on. The fixtures for this weekend is going to be massive. Tomorrow, The first game for tomorrow. I don't know why. I rate. Why are they putting Man City and Liverpool straight up? I mean, it's a big game. What do you think about the game coming up for?
Yeah, I mean, only them would know why such a big game is lunchtime game, early kickoff. It's hard to comprehend what the reason could be. I mean, there's this issues with TV rights and having to have at least a big team play during lunchtime every weekend. But I think just for the Premier League, for the spectacle that game should be, I think it's just very wrong to have it as the first game lunchtime slot. So, and for Liverpool, we've been at the end of coming straight from the international break. I think about 14 times now kickoff, and it's really not the best in terms of preparations when you have players coming in from South America. So, it doesn't make sense. Like I said, I think for Liverpool it has to be reviewed, and maybe Liverpool's chief of operations will need to talk, because definitely he is aware of these things. Klopp is not happy about it, so there needs to be a conversation about how they can make changes to that. But whatever the case is, it's a huge game of football, and we'll have to be ready for tomorrow.
Wow. I'm just wondering why it's a very early kickoff for that particular game. Moving on to Burnley versus West Ham. Shaye, this game, Burnley will be welcoming West Ham. What's your thought about this? Shaye, can you hear me loud and clear? I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think this one for Burnley.
Yes.
You know about their issues. I've said it on several shows here that they have issues. People think they play good football, but I actually feel they can be naive at times. I feel when they play out from the back, they take too many risks, and whenever they lose the ball, they leave themselves too open. We saw that against I think at Bournemouth a few weeks back, where they lost possession and then their keeper was even way off his line, and then Philippine was able to just lob him from I think more or less the halfway and just inside Burnley's half. So I feel they can be open when they lose the ball, and then without the ball as well. At times they keep a high line without pressure on the ball, so they can be got at maybe by balls over the top. So I feel they have issues at both ends of the pitch, and even with chance creation, they can still be a bit. I think they are on the low side when you look at their chances created, so they need to do much better. But obviously, the fact that it's Vincent Kompany, we have this bias in his favor, and we want him to do well as a manager. And to be honest, so previously, he was able to change Burnley's style from the dash ball method, and he was able to get them playing good football in the tough championship. So let's see if they can ultimately replicate what they did in the championship in the Premier League under the same manager. As for West Ham, I feel obviously the go-to guy for them is Mohamed Kudus, a player who I feel most of us like, a player who can score goals from nothing. His ball striking is amazing. But I think they had a little wobble, I believe, before the international break. So let's see if they can. I believe they lost to, was it Brentford, or that was the game before, not the game before the international break. So, but I feel they had a little wobble before the hiatus. So let's see if they can get back in form. But this one, I given Burnley's inability really to make a mark in the Premier League so far, I would side with West Ham if I were to make a prediction.
All right, moving on to Luton versus Crystal Palace. Robbie, can you hear me loud and clear? What's your thought about this game? Luton, if you look at the league table, Luton is on 18. And also Crystal Palace are doing very well. I mean, they're picking up some points, valuable points on 13th position. What do you think about this game for Luton? Or is another
I think it's going to be a difficult game for Luton. Because looking at Crystal Palace, that is one team that is very experienced in the league. And of course, with Roy Hodgson, it seems that is more or less like the only manager in recent times who knows how to pick this team up and, of course, help them navigate the tough life in the English Premier League. For Luton Town, they have been able to get some impressive results. They were able to hold on to, they were able to draw Liverpool, and they almost did same against United. But I think for Crystal Palace, looking at the fact that they are not doing so well on the table as it is, I believe that the Eagles are much more favored to get a point from this game. But looking at how Luton Town have played in recent games, they can be a very stubborn side to break down. And I think that they have learned from the first 4 games of the Premier League, where they shipped in a couple of very, very cheap goals. And I think the coach has been able to work on the defensive solidity of the team. Crystal Palace, can they get a victory? Yes, possibly. Is it going to be an easy one? I doubt it. So I think I'm going to call it a close one tomorrow. Probably maybe a 2-0 or a 3-1 victory for Crystal Palace tomorrow.
All right, Crystal Palace. Moving on to the next game, Newcastle versus Chelsea. Prof, it's going to be another massive game tomorrow. What's your expectation for this game? This is another big game for Chelsea.
Yes. It's a very big, huge one for Chelsea. The St. James's Park is not a child. It's a very difficult place to go to. So I expect it to be a very difficult game. Chelsea have some players back from injury, but they cannot feature in this game, like Christopher Nkunku and Lavia. The game comes in too early for them, the manager has said. So some of the players came in very late, like of Caicedo, Enzo, but we're hoping that they'll be fit for the game. Reece James, I think now should be able to play full 90 minutes. For Newcastle, they are ravaged with injuries, but I think the likes of Bruno Guimaraes is back, Jolinton, Almiron, Isak. I think they've got some players back. So we all know that they also have the 12th man there. The fans, they are always up for it. Yeah. So it's going to be a very huge occasion for Chelsea. Very huge game, very difficult. Newcastle, they don't want to play dirty. If they want to play dirty, they have players that are up for the battle. We also what they did to Arsenal. They were up for it, even though Arsenal matched them in that regard. But they're always up for a fight, we would expect that Chelsea would go into that game with a little bit more confidence, having gotten 4 points in their last 4 points from the last 2 games, scoring 8 goals. So we expect them to go to St. James's Park and at least, put the ball in the back of the net. So it's going to be difficult, but I think Chelsea will win this one. I'm very something in me says they will edge 2-1.
Wow. What a fate. Well, tough. It's going to be tough, I tell you. Moving on to the next game, Brighton will be going all the way to Nottingham Forest, while also Sheffield United will welcome Bournemouth. But on Saturday, the last game of that game will be Brentford going to welcome Arsenal. Nubian Prince, on that game, don't you see the game as a banana something for Chelsea? I mean, from Arsenal, Nubian Prince? Don't you think it's going to be a banana scheme for Arsenal on that game?
You're talking about Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's a game for Arsenal to win, actually. Joe, considering the fact that a whole lot of top players were in fact with South America, I'm talking about the 3 Gabriels. So it might be, I don't know if they'll be starting tomorrow, but of course, it's an opportunity for Ramsdale. He is the de facto number 1 for tomorrow's match. It's an opportunity for him to take a claim and actually prove a point that he's worthy of that number 1 bet. And beyond that, Gabriel Jesus is back. Yeah. I think he's fully fit. He played for Brazil during the week, so we expect him to make the bench at the very least. And of course, Odegaard is back, fully fit. You expect him to start. So I expect that Arsenal have enough in the arsenal to actually, win that match. Brentford, they will definitely be a banana team. Without Tony, they tend to play on the fast break. They have Boemo and this other guy, Wissa. And don't forget that Arsenal have actually played them this season in the Carabao Cup and they beat them, I think, 1-0. So they'll be smart enough for a revenge. And of course, they will also want to do a plug and replay like they did in that Emirates, Carabao Cup, trying to hit Arsenal on the fast break. So all in all, I expect Arsenal, if Arsenal gets the first goal, it should be cruise control for them. But if Arsenal gets to concede first, it could be very tricky because it would be a perfect, it will work perfectly for Brentford because that way they can sit back and use the pace they have in Musa and in Boemo to actually eat Arsenal on the counter. But all in all, I expect Arsenal to win that. They can't afford to drop points, considering the fact that Liverpool or City or both of them would have dropped points in the early game, in the early kickoff. So it's an opportunity for Arsenal to actually stake a claim and get to the summit of the league. If both matches, and I'm talking about the City Liverpool match, end in a draw, and Arsenal win the top of the table. And of course, I expect Spurs to lose against Aston Villa on Sunday.
Yeah, you expect Arsenal to beat
Brentford, yes.
Brentford on Sunday. All right, moving on to the next game. I'm going to call on Kunle. Spurs finding it hard at this moment. Do you think Spurs can edge over Aston Villa in this game?
Excuse me. Well, yes, it's actually easy to say maybe because Spurs have a lot of injured players that this is going to be an easy one for Aston Villa. Yeah, but I think that would be a silly thing to do because I think we've clearly seen that Spurs under Ange Postecoglou, excuse me, they keep it going to the very end. I would, excuse me.
Where you did?
I would rather say, sorry.
Where you did? You did? It's Alamalani or what?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Right, talk to me.
So like I said, I would say they were unfortunate to lose against Wolverhampton Wanderers last time out. You know, so it goes to tell you that Spurs. I mean, we even saw what they did against Chelsea. I mean, even with 9 men, they're looking to still equalize. You know, so it tells you that Spurs will have a go at you, right? So, and I feel this might be a problem for Aston Villa because I think Aston Villa have a bit of injury problems and worries at the moment. I think John McGinn he's not certain to play and he's their captain. You have Matty Cash, they are steady right back. I don't think maybe he's not, they have some doubt. So the two of them have fitness issues. So I feel it's going to be an open game. It can go it can actually go any team's way, but I think it's going to be entertaining. We see the two of them attacking each other. I expect the two of them to even score. And, you know, maybe to just excuse me, maybe to just end in a draw. You know, that's what I think.
All right, fantastic. Let's move on to the next game on Sunday. Everton versus Manchester United. Bishop, this is your floor. Talk to me about this game. Manchester United, a tricky game for me.
Before I go to mine, everybody wishing Arsenal to top that league. Even if City or Liverpool, let them draw. Arsenal is not going to top that league this weekend. That's one. For Man U, they are going to a place that right now is hostile. Okay, because one, they've deducted 10 points from Everton, and that put them second to the last on the table. So now they are fighting for their lives. These are the worst people to play at this time. People that are fighting for their lives. This is the worst time to play Everton, and the performance on field has been going on well for Everton. They've been having, they might not be lucky with the result, but they've been having good performances, and they have been playing so tough. Like they are hard like Newcastle. They play as hard as Newcastle. And this is where I fear for Man U, because most of our players are soft. Most of our players are off form right now. Even our striker is 50-50 for now. Thank God for Luke Shaw is coming by, but I don't think it's going to be rushed in to play this game. I think that's going to put Wan-Bissaka and Dalot to just fix in that wing backs. So I see this as a potential tight game. It's not in mind. So Man U might struggle just like they did in the last match, but they will come out with a 1-0 victory or a 2-1. It's going to be very, very slim. It's going to be very, very tough. It's going to be very, very hard, but they will come out with at least 3 points from Everton.
Everton. All right. Moving on to this. Somebody said I should talk about this Premier League returns. You know, absolutely. What are you looking forward to? I'm going to direct that questions to Irate. Which game are you looking at to? I'm sure you're going to say something about this big game coming up with those two big managers. I'm telling you, it's going to be a massive game. overall, Irate, what do you feel about this game? Fantastic. Coming up. First game.
Yeah.
After the internationals.
Definitely it's
crazy.
The team of the weekend.
Yes.
And these two teams have won the last 6 amongst them Premier Leagues. Man City with 5 and Liverpool with 1. No other team has come between both of them in the last 6 years. I'm not feeling confident for several reasons. And first of all is that we've struggled with early kickoffs, Liverpool. And I think since last season, we've only won one, especially when it's away, early kickoff game. Regardless of who it is, we've lost at Nottingham Forest. Even against smaller teams, we draw points when it's early kickoff. And it makes it worse that right now, it's right after the international break, and you have players coming back from South America, key players that Jurgen Klopp will want to start for the game tomorrow. So that makes it more tricky. And obviously, the history in this fixture doesn't favor Liverpool. In the last 14 visits, we've won 1 at the Etihad. We've lost 8 and drawn 5. And Klopp is yet to win against Guardiola in this stadium since they both got to the Premier League. So, looking at all of that, and there's no way you can say as a Liverpool fan that you want to go here and get 3 points, historically. So, I think as a Liverpool fan, I would hope, worst case scenario, I would think that, if we can play to our strengths, I think for me, the best we saw against Chelsea had a go at Man City. I'm not a fan of sitting off against them like the smaller teams would do. I think actually having a goal would be the way to play against them, but Jurgen Klopp wouldn't do that for some reason. I think recently it's been kind of, he's lost this game so many times. We lost there 4-1 last season, so I think he's always trying to be cautious when he's playing Man City at the Etihad nowadays. So I think we wouldn't have a go at them, and I think they might just edge this game for me, Man City. With the players they have, Erling Haaland, I think he will be available for the game as well. But for me, the most interesting battles will be on the wings, because if he starts Doku against Trent, I think Trent we could just be finished on that right. We will kill Trent on that wing. But I see him starting Grealish. I think for the bigger games, he might want to start Grealish over Doku. And we saw last week that, Doku has all of this flair, and but when he came up with Reece James was able to deal with him very well. So I think it will start with Grealish. And on the other side, we have Tsimikas. We don't have Robertson available for the game. So Tsimikas, who is not so great defensively, will be coming up against Phil Foden. So I think for me, that is the area where we might lose this game. In the middle of the park, I don't know if Gravenberch will be available for the game. If he's not available, then I expect Avi Elliott to start, which I think will be a mismatch. Avi Elliott, Szoboszlai and McAllister against Rodri, Alvarez and Bernardo Silva. I think it's a mismatch, honestly. So, all of these situations, I just feel like right now is not a good time to be playing them with all of these factors and situations surrounding the game. But yeah, like I said, all hope is not lost. I would really, really think that if we give them, we are able to match them in the middle of the park with grit and determination, and the players give their all on the pitch.
Well,
I will be happy with a draw from this game.
A draw. All right. I'm going to ask. I think I lost Prof there. Kunle, look at this Man City versus Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp says Pep Guardiola team are strongest in the world, but he says we have a chance. Do you agree with Klopp that they have a chance at the Etihad, considering the fact that I don't think they've won there? I mean, as according to what I mentioned, Kunle, do you agree that Klopp team has a chance in that game?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they definitely do. I mean, this is Liverpool that we are talking about. I mean, once Liverpool are in their rhythm, I mean, they can hurt any team, including Manchester City. I mean, we've seen the two of them go toe-to-toe over the years, and that's why the league has been, they are practically seen as the best two teams in the league, over like, let's say, the past 3-4 seasons, But I know, yes, Liverpool might have lost, excuse me, Liverpool might have lost some players, over the years compared to, where they are now. But it's but they still have that bite in them, right? And I think it can work. So maybe the odds might be slightly against them because it's obviously Manchester City who have been the more successful side. But Liverpool have what it takes to do them. All it just needs is just moments of where they just string it together. I mean, it's very possible they could be 2-0 up against City. I mean, it's not impossible. It's very, very much, it's all about if they go to their game plan, whatever club has planned for them. It's very much doable. I mean, people have come to the Etihad and beat Manchester City, so it's not new that Manchester City would lose at the Etihad. So I wouldn't rule out Liverpool getting a victory tomorrow, even though City might be the slight favorite. But I believe Liverpool have what it takes to beat City.
All right. Bishop, do you have anything you want to contribute about this game before we go to the combined 11? Bishop, you have something to say about this game?
So yeah, I get why Liverpool fans are being modest and being lax. The result has not come their way by anything, but I just feel like they have a very good chance this weekend. Like I'm rooting for. I'm not even saying how Man City. They might be struggling with some players, I know, but I think Klopp is going to deliver this weekend. I have a feeling he's going to deliver this weekend. So I'm supporting Liverpool throughout this weekend. I'm supporting Liverpool. I don't say anything special in that City, and I'm still saying it. Yes, they might look because of the tactics and everything, togetherness, fine, good. But there's nothing special that I've seen this season. I've seen Newcastle take them to the cleaners. I've seen Wolves take them to the cleaners. I've seen Chelsea take them to the cleaners. So I've seen Arsenal take them to the cleaners. So I don't think Liverpool can do it. So I'm all for Liverpool this weekend.
Oh, massive. All right, you can hear that people are out for Liverpool to win Manchester City. Shaye, do you have a contrary opinion?
That's good to know that we have some, fans of other clubs on our side. Even though it's rare to see a Man United fan support Liverpool, but I guess it's a tough choice to make between Man City.
Wait, which one? Hey, find yourself. Because I'm just trying to. That one, I don't send your team. If you chop them, we chop them.
With Everton first.
All right, Shaya, do you have anything to say before I call on Robbie to say something about this big game over the weekend? Shaya, over to you. Talk to me on this one. The great managers.
Yeah, I was going to talk about two things, but I already mentioned one. He mentioned Klopp's poor record against Guardiola at the Etihad. Although I think they won once, actually. That was the Champions League. It was 2-1, I think, in 2017-2018, the quarterfinal second leg. I haven't won the first leg 3-0. But just to talk about Man City, they've actually won 23 straight games at the Etihad this year alone. They've won all their matches in all competitions at the Etihad this year. So if they win tomorrow, they will actually equal a long-standing English record, which was set by Sunderland in, I think, 1892 or thereabout. So that's 24 games won at home in a row. So let's see if they're able to match that record tomorrow.
All right, Robbie, over to you on this game. What do you have to say, Robbie? It's a big game over the weekend. I think I lost Robbie there. Okay, Robbie, yes.
Yes, I am here. Yes, looking at the game tomorrow, I think my first complaint, just like Irish rightly said, was the fact that this is the kind of game you actually want as much people to watch and enjoy. This 1:30 fixture for me is just more or less like as if you're standing in the middle of the road staring at two heavy-duty trucks blaring at you. So I think that 1:30 fixture is just annoying. And looking at the fact that most of the time, when there is a resumption from the international break, Liverpool are always the first students called forward for punishment, and that for me is really not it at all. I just noticed the time today, and I was very, very unhappy about it. But going into the fixture tomorrow, I think this is one very, very unpredictable fixture. because nobody knows which team might turn up tomorrow. It could be a prime Manchester City who probably will switch into gear 2 because they have so much going into that game. It could also be Liverpool, who have been impressive so far. And it might just be a totally different thing entirely tomorrow. But for tomorrow, I will not be sitting in the corner of any of these two teams because I believe it's going to be a tough match. It's going to be an entertaining match. Who will win? I have no idea whatsoever, and I don't think I want to crack my head about who is going to win. What I am concerned about is let us see as much goals as possible. Let us see beautiful football, and of course, let us see a little bit of drama. It could be the referee making a bad call. It could be VAR also misbehaving tomorrow. I just want to see drama.
All right, you want to see drama tomorrow. Let's quickly go to the combined 11. Irate, are you ready? In goal. I'm going to start off with you. Let me show you the probable lineup for tomorrow. Is going to be Anderson versus Alisson. What do you think should be in goal? Bishop, help us on this one. Irate, talk to me. Which two goalkeepers? Great goalkeepers.
I think, great goalkeepers. I think I might want to be biased to go for Alisson, but I'll let neutral fans decide this.
Yay. So, Shaya, what do you think? Shaya, you have to help me on this one. The goalkeeper. I have Alisson and Anderson. Everything seems the same.
Well, I think I'm an Alisson stand, so I would opt for Alisson Becker.
Alisson Becker. Bishop, do you agree? Nubian Prince, do you agree?
So in the national team,
Alisson is fine.
Alisson gets it in the national team. So Alisson,
Alisson, massive. I rate to be so happy that we are putting Alisson there, even though it's not better than De Gea. It is what it is. All right, on the left side, I have right here. I have Tsimikas and Vadio. Pule, what do you think?
I think I will pick Gabriel. He has been ever present for City at the left back position this season, even though I think he's naturally a centre back, but I think he has owned that left back position for City. Not much has really happened, maybe in terms of goals, assists, and not, but City's defense play in a very unique way. It's not like it's not like the way you would expect typical fullbacks to charge forward and attack and all of that. That's not how City operates. But looking at the names and the options that are there, I mean, definitely it's Gabriel. That's it.
Shaya, do you agree? Vadio should be there. Shaya, do you agree with this?
Yeah, to be honest, Vadio has been a bit shaky in some games. I feel he's still yet to fully adapt to the City style. He can still be caught napping defensively. We saw him make a couple of mistakes against Chelsea 2 weeks back. But I feel in a combined lineup, I don't know if, since Robertson is not available, it would have been my left back, but I think I would just opt for Vadio to match what Konya has said.
All right. I'm sure Irates will be fine with that. Vadio should take the place.
Yeah, definitely, since Robertson is not available. So I think Vadio is the best for that position.
All right. On the right, I have Trent and Walker. This is another great situation. It's going to be dicey. Bishop, what do you think?
I don't think Trent is a defender again. So maybe just even in FPL they put him in midfield. So I think we should just keep Trent.
Yeah. So we should put Walker.
Yes. I don't think Trent is longer playing that position.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, that's true. I think it has to be Walker. Even when Trent was playing there, Walker has always been a better right back, so it has to be Walker.
All right. Okay. Now let's go with this. The two center backs, person of Diaz and Akonji, then Van Dijk, Kanote. I'm going to start off with you, Sheye, on this one. Sheye, help me out on this. Trent I'm sorry, Kanote, Van Dijk, or Diaz, Akonji?
Van Dijk and anybody else, because I feel, in my opinion, he has been the best defender in the Premier League this season. I know people might want to argue that, but I feel he's slowly returning to his pre-injury best. I feel physically with the ball, we knew what he could do, but I feel physically we've seen him dominating those duels again. He's rarely bypassed as much as he was post-injury, so I think he seems to have reached that physical level again. And when he's at that level, I don't know if there are any better centre backs than Van Dijk. So Van Dijk and anyone else, in my opinion.
All right, so it's going to be anyone else.
I think Arsenal fans will argue that Saliba has been better than Van Dijk this season. Do you think so?
Oh, wow.
Well, that's actually a good one. It's hard to choose, really, because I feel the reason why I would just opt for Van Dijk is because he has done this for several years. Unlike Saliba, who we know he broke out. Fine, he broke out on loan actually when Arsenal won him out. I feel he's reaching that world class level if he has not reached that already. But I feel the consistency that Van Dijk actually showed at his prime is something that Saliba is yet to reach. So I would just slightly opt for Van Dijk ahead of Saliba.
All right. Kunle, would that be? Who are we pairing with, Van Dijk or Bishop? Kunle, talk to me.
Pair with I think. What's his name?
Diaz.
I think that guy has been rough. Sorry?
Akonji.
No, Akonji. Yes, Akonji. Yeah, because I think he has been. Why I really like the guy is because he was bought for, I think, was it 16 million pounds, and I think he was even bought as like maybe an emergency signing or something, because maybe to John Stones or maybe somebody who got injured. And the way he fit in immediately, he adapted straight away. And he has now gotten to the point where he is a very important part of Pepsi. And you see him sometimes he plays as a fullback, although even as we say, it's not like the natural fullback, or it's not in that central defensive role. So he can actually play multiple roles in Pep's system, and he feels so comfortable, and City get the result. So for me, I think he gets the nod over Diaz for me.
All right. Akonji Z. Let's move on to the midfield. Let me show you the probable lineup. We have Rodri, of course, yes, and of course I'm going to go for Rodri. Rodri, Silva, McAllister, Elliott, Szoboszlai.
Please don't even mention Elliott in this case.
Bishop, help me out. So,
like I said, it's a mismatch for me. It's just Rodri, Silva, and Szoboszlai. For me,
okay,
I think that would be easy.
You mean Szoboszlai? Bishop?
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
Elliott Bau. Oh my goodness! So we should put Silva and okay. On the left we have Grealish. We have. Who's going to play there? Who's going to play on the left for Liverpool? Jota? I rate.
I think Jota should be playing on the left.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Jota. Okay, Jota. So Jota versus Grealish.
Grealish has not played. Especially with Doku coming in, has not played a lot of games that I would have expected to play. Jota also just came into the fold when Diaz had his issues and he wasn't really consistent. And I think for now Jota holds that position. So we are looking at two players that if Doku was there, Doku, I wasn't really impressed with him last week. So I think it's kind of tough to choose for this spot.
Yeah.
So,
I might actually go with I think Alvarez has been fairly consistent. Maybe I might have to go with Alvarez for that flank because they can actually fill in a couple of positions.
Wow. All right, Bishop, you want to say something?
Okay, just to ask, what happened to Luis Diaz? I saw him in the national team, and his father was there. So, what's still the issue? Is he anything else?
No, there's nothing else. But the thing is, right now, Jota is playing well, so I don't see Diaz starting. I think he will have to fight back for his spot.
Okay, I thought he was just sidelined. I just wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, he's back playing.
So, are we putting Grealish here?
Grealish also has not really played that much. He has had injuries and he has to. Yeah, so it's kind of tricky for that side, honestly.
So, the verdict to go to Shaye, help us on this one. Who should be on the left with what we have?
Well, I know we have Grealish in the probable lineup, and I actually think he's going to start. But I believe this is a combined 11 based on form. So I think I would lean towards having Doku there, even though he's not obviously in what we have for Man City's probable lineup. But I'll edge towards Jeremy Doku in that position.
Doku. Well, okay, I think Doku. All right, on the right, no complaint. Salah, Uncle Salah. Straight up. The front two.
No, those are very easy. Salah and Haaland, right? I mean,
yeah. On the I have look at it on the right. I was thinking Salah will be here, or who should be on the right then?
Oh, it's a 4-4-2. Actually,
yeah, 4-4-2.
4-3-3.
No, 4-4-2.
Maybe yeah. So who is missing in the midfield?
Soboslai, he said it should be here.
Soboslai and Rodri.
Yeah, I have Silva. Or should I remove Silva? Rodri is there.
4-3-3, and Rodri. It should be Rodri. Soboslai.
Yeah, I think it should be 4-3. I think it should be 4-3-3. So Salah, Soboslai will be there.
Doku, Haaland.
Okay, I think it's better this way. Kunle, do you agree?
Sorry, Gideon, what's that?
Do you agree with this lineup?
Okay, you mean the front line, Abi?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it looks perfect. I think Doku has been very strong. Doku has been very strong this season. I mean, above the likes of Grealish and the likes. So, yeah, I think that front line makes sense. It's very balanced.
All right, thank you so much, guys. This is how far we can go, but quick one. I want us to do this justice before we start going on. Please smash the like on the video. Anywhere you're watching from, don't forget. The score prediction for this week: Man City versus Liverpool. I'm going to ask you, Shaye, what's your score line? People want to dub you.
3-1 Liverpool. Sorry, 3-1 Man City. 3-1 Man City.
3-1 Man City. All right. Why? Bishop, what's your score prediction on that one? Man City versus Liverpool.
Liverpool 2-1.
Liverpool 2-1. Ayeleo. Kule, what's your score prediction on this one?
Is that City Liverpool?
Yeah, Man City Liverpool.
I think I said something about the draw earlier, so I think I would go in the way of a draw. So I see the game ending 2-2.
Wow, 2-2.
Yeah.
All right. Nubia Prince, over to you, Nubia Prince. What's your score prediction on that one?
My score prediction is City to win 4-1.
4-1. I really will not like it though. 4-1. Wow. All right, Robbie. What's your score prediction on this one? Man City.
I think I would go with a 2-2 scoreline, 2-2 draw for both teams.
All right, 200 for the two teams. All right, guys, this is how far we can go tonight. I'm telling you, I want to say big shout out to you guys. And Sheye, thank you so much for joining us.
You didn't ask me for my prediction.
You don't need to. All right, talk to me. What's the prediction on this one? What's the score prediction?
I think it will be a closer game than the 4-1 scoreline last season. So actually going for a 3-2. I think 3-2 Man City win.
Oh, Man City win. Oh, well. All right, Sheye, thank you for joining us. See you on Monday.
Yeah, thanks, Don. I heard you guys that prediction was.
No mind me. All right. Robbie, thank you so much for joining us on this one.
Thank you so much for having me today. Thank you so much.
All right, Nubia Prince, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining us on this one.
Thanks for having me, Don. Thank you. Thanks.
All right. Kule, Manchester United, 1-0 for me.
Yeah, no, United 1-0. It's going to be a close game. I think Bishop called it that it will be a narrow game, but United win. So I believe United 1-0. At least now, so we don't do anything. United 1-0.
All right, United 1-0. All right, great. All right, thank you so much, Kule.
Yeah, right. One more prediction. Everton to beat Man United 2-1.
Please. Let's wrap up this show quickly. All right, thanks, bro.
All right, thank you. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you.
All right. Bishop, one love, bro. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend and enjoy the football.
All right, people. This is Alpha Go tonight. Please smash the like on the video. Subscribe to our channel. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. It's all about One ISTV. ONEISTV. Big up to people. Smash the like on the video. This is how far we can go tonight. One love. On the same time on Monday when we have our review show. That's Monday Sports Review Show. I want to say thank you so much. Bye for now.